10 subtle ways your best friend is jealous of you and how to deal with this problem. Have you ever achieved something significant only to sense that your best friend's reaction wasn't as genuine as you hoped? Perhaps their smile didn't quite reach their eyes, or their congratulations felt forced. Jealousy, even in the closest friendships, can manifest subtly, hiding beneath layers of admiration and connection. Jealousy is a complex emotion, a mix of admiration for your success and resentment born of their own insecurities. It doesn't always mean malice. Sometimes it's a reflection of their internal struggles. Yet, when left unchecked, jealousy can erode the foundation of trust and support that defines a healthy friendship. The purpose of this video is not to vilify jealousy, but to help you recognize the subtle signs when it arises in your closest relationships. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and understanding. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul." By observing rather than reacting, we can approach situations of jealousy with clarity and composure. It's essential to remember that someone's jealousy often says more about their insecurities than about your actions. A true friend's struggles with envy might stem from their fears of inadequacy or unfulfilled goals. By recognizing this, you can navigate these dynamics with empathy while protecting your peace. In the coming sections, we'll explore 10 subtle signs that your best friend may be jealous of you. We'll also discuss how to handle these situations gracefully, maintaining your values and fostering healthier connections. Let's dive in with an open mind and a calm heart, as the Stoics would, ready to face challenges with wisdom and understanding. 1. Downplaying your achievements. Imagine sharing exciting news with your best friend, a promotion, a personal milestone, or an accomplishment you've worked hard for, only to hear them brush it off with a dismissive comment like, "Well, it's not that big of a deal," or "It's about time you achieve something like that." These remarks, subtle as they may seem, can sting and leave you wondering why your success doesn't spark genuine enthusiasm. This behavior often stems from envy. Instead of celebrating with you, your friend minimizes your accomplishments to protect their own sense of worth. It's not necessarily malicious. It might reflect their inner struggles with inadequacy or comparison. Still, it's important to recognize how these comments can affect the dynamics of your friendship. Stoic wisdom reminds us to remain grounded in our values and not let external opinions define our happiness. As Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your achievements are yours to celebrate, regardless of how others respond. Do not let their dismissal cloud your pride in what you've earned. When this happens, respond with grace and clarity. For example, you might say, "This milestone means a lot to me, and I'd appreciate your support." If the pattern continues, take note of how their behavior affects your emotional well-being. True friends will uplift you, not diminish your joy. Recognizing this subtle sign isn't about confrontation, but awareness. A friend who downplays your achievements may not realize the impact of their words. By maintaining your confidence and addressing the behavior calmly, you protect your peace and encourage healthier dynamics in the relationship. 2. Excessive criticism disguised as honesty. A true friend offers constructive feedback, but when criticism becomes constant and feels more like an attack than helpful advice, it may be masking jealousy. This honesty often comes unsolicited and focuses on nitpicking your choices or undermining your confidence. Imagine sharing plans about a new project, only to hear, "Are you sure that's a good idea? It sounds risky," or "I wouldn't do it that way, but it's your call." While framed as concern, their comments often leave you doubting yourself rather than feeling supported. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what serves our growth and what detracts from it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When criticism from a friend feels more like veiled judgment than encouragement, it's worth evaluating their intentions. Responding with calm and confidence is key. Acknowledge their input without internalizing it. "I hear what you're saying, but I feel good about this decision." If their behavior persists, consider discussing how their words affect you. "I value your perspective, but sometimes your feedback feels more critical than supportive." A genuine friend aims to build you up, not wear you down. By recognizing excessive criticism for what it is, you protect your confidence and maintain clarity about your path. 3. Competing with you. Healthy friendships thrive on mutual support, but when your friend starts treating your achievements as benchmarks for their own, it shifts the dynamic from camaraderie to competition. Instead of celebrating your successes, they respond with their own accomplishments or plans to outshine you. Imagine telling your friend you've started running 5Ks, only for them to announce their intention to run a marathon, immediately turning the conversation into a comparison. Or perhaps you share news of a promotion and they respond with, "Well, I'm planning to apply for an even better position soon." This competitive behavior often stems from insecurity. Stoicism reminds us not to measure our worth by external achievements. As Epictetus said, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." True contentment comes from self-mastery, not from outdoing others. Addressing this dynamic requires tact. Focus on redirecting the conversation to mutual celebration. "That's great. I'm happy we're both achieving our goals." If the competition feels relentless, you may need to set boundaries or limit discussions that trigger this behavior. Friendship is not a race. It's a journey taken together. A wise person prioritizes collaboration over rivalry, fostering a bond where both parties can thrive without comparison. 4. Lack of genuine happiness for your success. A best friend should be your biggest cheerleader, but if their congratulations feel forced or their enthusiasm seems shallow, it could be a sign of jealousy. Instead of celebrating your wins, they may subtly shift the focus back to themselves or offer lukewarm praise that leaves you feeling unsupported. For instance, you share that you've landed a dream job, and they respond with, "That's nice, but I've been thinking about applying for something similar," or "Cool. Anyway, guess what happened to me today?" Their reaction isn't about celebrating your joy, it's about diverting attention. Stoicism teaches us to value internal affirmation over external validation. As Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which depends on tomorrow and wastes today." Your happiness should not hinge on another's approval or reaction. Celebrate your successes fully, regardless of how others respond. When you notice this behavior, try addressing it with kindness. "I'd love to share more about this. Your support means a lot to me." If their lack of enthusiasm continues, reflect on whether their behavior is a pattern or an isolated instance. True friends find joy in each other's victories. By recognizing a lack of genuine happiness, you can protect your emotional well-being and nurture connections where your successes are truly celebrated. 5. Spreading gossip or making snide remarks. A jealous friend may resort to gossip or passive-aggressive comments as a way to undermine you subtly. These behaviors can be especially hurtful as they erode trust and leave you questioning the foundation of your friendship. For example, you hear that your friend has shared personal details about your struggles with others, or made an offhand remark like, "She's successful now, but you wouldn't believe what she was like before." These actions often stem from their attempt to diminish your image in the eyes of others. Stoicism emphasizes integrity and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Focus on living in alignment with your values, knowing that gossip or negativity reflects their character, not yours. When faced with gossip or snide remarks, address the issue calmly and directly. "I heard you shared something personal about me. Is that true? It hurt to hear that." This approach shifts the focus from blame to accountability. If they deny or justify their actions, it may signal a deeper issue in the relationship. Friendships thrive on trust, and when that trust is broken, it's essential to evaluate the relationship's health. A wise person does not tolerate behaviors that undermine their peace or integrity. Seek connections built on respect and distance yourself from those who erode it. 6. Avoiding you during your high points. True friends are there to share in your joy, but a jealous friend might withdraw when you're thriving. Instead of celebrating your successes with you, they distance themselves, leaving you feeling unsupported during your most significant moments. Picture this: you achieve a personal milestone, like graduating, getting a promotion, or completing a major project. Instead of showing up for your celebration or offering heartfelt congratulations, your friend suddenly becomes too busy or keeps their interactions with you minimal. Their absence isn't coincidental. It's a reflection of their discomfort with your success. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and accept that others' behavior is beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Do not waste the remaining part of your life in thoughts about others when you do not refer to some purpose of common utility." If a friend avoids you during your high points, it's a reflection of their inner struggles, not a judgment of your worth. To address this, try expressing how you feel without accusation. "I missed you at my event. It would have meant a lot to have you there." Their response will help you gauge whether their absence is rooted in jealousy or simply poor timing. If the pattern persists, reflect on the value they bring to your life. True friendships shine brightest during celebrations and struggles alike. Surround yourself with people who uplift you during your highs and stand by you in your lows. Anything less is a relationship that stifles your growth. 7. Overly focusing on their problems. In a healthy friendship, there's space for both individuals to share their struggles and celebrate their wins. A jealous friend, however, may monopolize conversations with their own problems, leaving little room to acknowledge your achievements. This behavior subtly shifts the dynamic, making you feel unheard or overshadowed. For example, you share exciting news about a promotion, but before you've finished your story, your friend interrupts with their latest drama. "That's great, but let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. It's been a nightmare." Their constant focus on their struggles draws attention away from your joy and places it squarely on them. Stoicism encourages balance and the practice of mutual support. As Seneca wrote, "We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden." Friendships should reflect this interconnectedness, where both parties feel valued and supported. If this pattern arises, gently steer the conversation back to balance. "I'm happy to hear about what's going on with you, but can we take a moment to celebrate my news too?" This approach reaffirms your need for reciprocity without diminishing their feelings. A true friendship values equality in emotional sharing. By recognizing when the balance shifts too far, you can protect your voice in the relationship and ensure that your achievements are honored as they deserve to be. 8. Copying you. Imitation may be the sincerest form of flattery, but when a friend starts copying your style, hobbies, or decisions in a way that feels competitive rather than admiring, it can be a subtle sign of jealousy. Their actions might reflect a desire to match your success rather than celebrate it. For instance, you start a fitness journey, and suddenly your friend embarks on the same routine, constantly comparing their progress to yours. Or perhaps you take up a new hobby, and they join in, but make it a point to outperform you. What starts as shared interests can quickly feel like rivalry. Stoic wisdom reminds us to focus on our unique journey. Epictetus advised, First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You are not in competition with anyone, and your path should remain distinct, guided by your own values and goals. When you notice this behavior, respond with calm curiosity. I noticed we've been overlapping a lot in what we do lately. What's inspired you? This can open a dialogue and help you understand their intentions. If their imitation continues to feel competitive, it might be worth discussing your feelings more openly. True friends can share interests without turning them into contests. By maintaining confidence in your own individuality and addressing competitive behaviors with grace, you can preserve your peace and ensure your friendships remain healthy and fulfilling. 9. Sabotaging your efforts. A jealous friend may subtly discourage you from pursuing your goals or create obstacles that make it harder for you to succeed. This behavior is often framed as concern or practicality, but its underlying intent is to undermine your confidence or derail your progress. Imagine sharing your dream of starting a business, and your friend responds with, "That's a tough industry. Are you sure you're ready for that kind of stress?" Or perhaps you're preparing for an important presentation, and they accidentally cause delays or distractions, leaving you feeling unprepared. These actions, while subtle, reveal their discomfort with your potential success. Stoicism teaches us to remain steadfast in the face of external challenges. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A manipulative friend's attempts to sabotage you reflect their own fears and insecurities, not your capabilities. To address this, approach the situation calmly and directly. "I noticed you've been hesitant about my plans. Is there something you're worried about?" This opens a space for honest dialogue while making it clear you're aware of their behavior. If their actions persist, consider limiting their influence over your decisions. True friendships are supportive, not sabotaging. Protect your goals and aspirations by surrounding yourself with people who encourage your growth. A wise person prioritizes connections that inspire confidence, not doubt. 10. Expressing subtle resentment. Sometimes, jealousy manifests in offhand remarks or jokes that carry an undertone of bitterness or envy. These comments may be framed as humor, but often leave you questioning their true intent. For example, after you share an accomplishment, they might say, "Must be nice to have everything handed to you," or "Guess not everyone has to work as hard as I do." While these statements appear light-hearted, they carry an edge that reveals underlying resentment. Stoic philosophy advises us to focus on our own actions and remain unaffected by others' negativity. Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Recognize these remarks for what they are, a reflection of their internal struggle, not your worth or efforts. When faced with subtle resentment, respond with calm confidence. "I worked hard for this, and I'm proud of what I've achieved." If their behavior becomes a pattern, consider addressing it more openly. "Your comments sometimes feel dismissive. Can we talk about this?" Healthy friendships are built on mutual respect and support. Subtle resentment erodes trust and connection, so it's essential to protect your peace by addressing it calmly and, if necessary, stepping back from the relationship. A wise person values relationships that uplift, not those that undermine. By recognizing and addressing jealousy, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. Solutions and how to handle jealousy in friendships. Jealousy in friendships, though challenging, doesn't have to lead to the end of the relationship. With awareness, understanding, and clear communication, you can address these dynamics while protecting your peace. Here are practical steps to navigate jealousy in friendships. 1. Self-awareness. Before addressing your friend's behavior, reflect on your own actions. Are you unintentionally triggering their insecurities? For instance, could your excitement about a recent success come across as boasting? Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our actions and attitudes. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." By ensuring your behavior is balanced, you create a solid foundation for addressing their jealousy. 2. Open communication. Gently addressing the behavior can open the door to understanding. Approach the conversation with empathy rather than accusation. For example, "I've noticed some tension when I share my successes. Is everything okay? I value our friendship and want to understand how you feel." This encourages honesty and allows you both to work through the issue collaboratively. 3. Set boundaries. If their jealousy manifests as criticism, sabotage, or negativity, establish clear boundaries to protect your emotional well-being. Stoicism reminds us that peace comes from within, not from external approval. Say something like, "I value our time together, but I need our conversations to feel positive and supportive." Boundaries show respect for yourself and the relationship. 4. Encourage their growth. Jealousy often stems from feelings of inadequacy. Support your friend in pursuing their own goals and passions. Compliment their strengths, offer encouragement, and celebrate their achievements. By focusing on their growth, you can help shift their perspective from comparison to self-improvement. 5. Know when to let go. Not all friendships can withstand the strain of jealousy, especially if it leads to toxic behaviors. Recognize when it's time to step back. As Epictetus said, "He who is free is the one who lives as he wishes, neither constrained nor restrained." Letting go doesn't mean failing, it means valuing your well-being and seeking healthier connections. Friendships are among life's most rewarding relationships, but even the strongest bonds can be tested by jealousy. Recognizing the subtle signs of envy allows you to address these challenges with wisdom, empathy, and grace. True friendships are built on mutual respect, trust, and joy for each other's successes. When jealousy arises, it's an opportunity to strengthen the connection through open communication and shared growth. However, if the relationship becomes toxic or one-sided, it's okay to step back and seek connections that uplift and inspire you. Remember, as the Stoics teach, your worth is not defined by others' opinions or reactions. Surround yourself with friends who celebrate your journey and walk alongside you with genuine support. In doing so, you create a life enriched by meaningful and balanced relationships, connections that foster mutual growth and lasting joy. Friendships are among life's most rewarding relationships, but even the strongest bonds can be tested by jealousy. Recognizing the subtle signs of envy allows you to address these challenges with wisdom, empathy, and grace. True friendships are built on mutual respect, trust, and joy for each other's successes. When jealousy arises, it's an opportunity to strengthen the connection through open communication and shared growth. However, if the relationship becomes toxic or one-sided, it's okay to step back and seek connections that uplift and inspire you. Remember, as the Stoics teach, your worth is not defined by others' opinions or reactions. Surround yourself with friends who celebrate your journey and walk alongside you with genuine support. In doing so, you create a life enriched by meaningful and balanced relationships, connections that foster mutual growth and lasting joy.